Hey, what's up? It's Squids Off-Roading here, and we're going to go for another cruise. Just want to thank Mini Militia Racing for inviting me to be a part of their team and hosting all these races. If it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't have got into it as much as I am now. But, you know, this all started with one bike. I was riding around with a buddy one time, and he wrecked pretty good on it, and after that, he gave it to me, and I built it up, and so far this is what I've come to. I've got five full big bikes, and 4 of them have motors. One of them's got no motor, which is kind of ironic to me because it's the first mini bike I ever got, and it still does not have a motor in it. But it's all painted up and looks good. Still got a little bit of work to do on the paint, but that's for later dates. My purple bike that I'm riding on, Ursula here, it's gotten quite a bit of upgrades, has some more coming. Hopefully when these come, it'll be a little bit more of a smoother ride. It's smooth now, you know, but when we cruise up to around 50, it's a little bumpy. I think it's because of that knobby front end. So I'm hoping when we get this skinny front motorcycle tire on there, it's going to change the way everything rides. Personally, I want to thank Jesse, or whoever knows him as Smesh, and Yodi, or Justin, for being almost, I would say they're family. I mean, that's the way they treated me at my second race, and kind of encouraged me to not give up. Gave me more reason and more hope to want to try to build better bikes and get better at riding and do better things with this stuff and get bigger with it. And so they're the reason why I do what I do now and why I'm even making these vlogs. It wasn't a dream of mine, but now it is, and my dream can be a reality. Why not? You know, this is fun to me, riding these mini bikes and going around the towns or going to these races or just going off into the woods and riding in the mud. There's nothing like that. Puts a smile on anybody's face who gets on these things. Doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are. As soon as you get on 2 wheels, it's a blast. What's greater is even watching, as you know, you can't really see it in these videos, but what I get to see is I'm riding, all the faces of everybody as I ride past, because this is obviously not a motorcycle, it's a mini bike. And so I get all types of crazy looking looks, and people do all types of weird things and give me weird fingers and just crazy looking looks because I'm riding a mini bike and it doesn't look like it's a normal thing. It is pretty interesting though. I've gotten some waves from some motorcycles. They question it. You know, it's funny watching their face as I drive by. But the cops don't mess with me. I haven't been pulled over yet, or they don't really mess with me too much. They tend to leave me alone. I'm gonna cruise through some other neighborhoods back here. I got a buddy or two that lives back in here. Still in my work clothes, riding around. It's kind of funny. But this is going to be one of my stage 1 class bikes. It's not the fastest bike I own, but it's not the slowest bike I own. It gets up to speed. I've gotten it up to 54, and that's not too bad. I get it up to about 47, 48 in this video on a straight, which also isn't too bad. Mainly what I like to do though is learn how to take these corners and turns at higher speeds and get used to the lean angles on the bike. I feel like it teaches me a lot more in what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm a more comfortable rider with the bike, and I'm able to essentially ride better when I'm racing, and that's more where it all boils down to. The better you can ride, the better it all turns out in the end. You know, if you can find your way through these corners and stay on the bike and stay through the throttle, it seems like you can make your way out of the corner a lot faster and get that advantage over everybody else where they're slowing down or braking. You know, braking's important, but you don't want to do too much braking. You still want to try to gain speed while you're in the corner. Otherwise, if you're losing speed, you're losing time. So the more I can practice turning sharply and getting used to how the bike wiggles and feels. I know I'm on asphalt, not dirt, but it's still a good practice on how the bike's gonna feel a little bit. One of these days I will go off and ride in Yorkshire and get a good video vlog of that. Yorkshire is a little area by me that I can go riding in. It's off-road and there's stuff to do. That's one of my buddy's houses. There's one of the houses destroyed by the hurricane that happened last year, Hurricane Ian. Such a blessing that my house didn't get destroyed. There's a local church that had some damage. It's getting rebuilt still. I think I'm going to wrap up my part of the talking and just continue the video and let you guys just enjoy the rest of the ride. I just cruise around and go through back streets and then kind of head back to my house. Not much I can do for now until I get out into an more open area. Maybe soon I'll take some night shots and we'll get some night video of some cruises with some buddies. I know that would be some interesting video vlogging. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for number 3 tomorrow.